This is a little crooked. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Oh my gosh, YouTube, I missed you. It has been a while. I had to take a little break, pour into other aspects of my life a little bit, but I'm back. I'm back with a bucket head. Let's get right into this video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about taking a break and resting, refocusing, repositioning, however you guys want to call it. And I'm just going to give you guys 3 steps, what steps you should take to take a break, basically. And yeah, we're going to talk about finding true rest as well. And who is this true rest? Where do we find this true rest? Who can we find it in? When it comes to taking a break and finding true rest, it's in Jesus, you know, and we're doing this with Jesus. We're taking a break with Jesus. So if you're anything like me, you overthink. And on top of that, you tend to overwork yourself out of that fear that you're not doing enough. And that happens a lot for me, especially when it comes to serving God and, you know, doing his work and stuff like that. But we are called to find rest in Jesus. Another thing, and a little bit of a side note to that, is that as believers, we cannot think that we have to win God's approval or there's a way to earn his approval. That's not how God works. God approves of us. He perfects us. He's the one that does the work. All we have to do is yield. And that's something that we're going to be talking about, yielding. How do you find rest? How do you get to that place where you're finding true rest in him? And then we're also going to talk about taking a break as a Christian, because that is needed, okay? What I want you guys to understand is that rest in Jesus is eternal. True rest comes from Jesus, right? I've said that several times in this video. He says in Matthew 11:28, and I'll read it to you guys right now. Then Jesus said, "Come to me, all of you who are weary and heavy burdened, and I will give you rest." Essentially, when we go to Jesus, we can find rest. How exactly do you find it, though, is a matter of you yielding, making yourself available, you letting go. Because he says that all of you should come, everyone that's heavy laden, everyone that's heavy burdened, come and give that to me. Give me whatever is causing you that worry, that stress, all of the things that you're overthinking about, all your work that you have to do, everything that you're overworking yourself about, you doing this and that. Lay it at my feet. Give it to me, and I will give you rest. Jesus is our Prince of Peace. He's willing and ready to give us peace. He actually gives that to us. That is a spiritual blessing that God gives to us as a new creation. His peace, his true rest. It is up to us to accept it. Just as it is up to us to accept him into our lives, it is up to us to accept the rest that comes from Jesus. And this actually leads us into our first step. The first step is to give everything to God. Just stop all you're doing and set your focus, your heart on your Father in heaven. In him, you will find true peace and rest. And I kind of explained that earlier, how you just have to yield. You just have to give everything to him. Because when you say all you want is him, you're wanting not just him, but who he is, and he is love, he is peace. And that's the stuff that he's willing to give to us. And we just have to willingly accept it. Give him our burdens and he will give us rest. Amen. Now for step 2. You need to focus and reposition yourself. You need to refocus and reposition yourself. To do this, you need to sit down and reflect. In life, when things get so hectic and crazy, when we are overworking ourselves, when we're overthinking, we don't have a set focus. We're not positioned where we need to be in the specific season of our lives that we are in. So it's very important for us to sit down, stop, and look over your life, reflect, look over what is going on in your life, look over the things that you've been doing lately, the things that you've been overworking yourself on. Say it's school, work, hobbies, whatever it may be that you're overworking yourself on. Church, okay, school, work, and church, and you're doing this and that in ministry, you're doing this and that in school, and you're even in organizations at school and all of that. Sounds like me. You're doing all this stuff, right? but you haven't sat down to look over your life, look over the things that maybe you should be pouring into this ministry and doing more in this class, or rather than doing this or that at work, or maybe you have to put in more time at work because you need to be able to pay those bills or something like that. And it's a matter of you reflecting, sitting down and refocusing, repositioning yourself at a place where you need to be. Ask God to help you with this. This is also part of your yielding. When you yield, you're making yourself available. You're giving everything to God. You're depending on God, which is another video that will come out later. And so when you come to that place where you're like, okay, God, like, I'm giving you my burdens. I'm giving you the control. It's like you are giving God control, basically. You're letting him have that control over your life. When you let go and let God and let him take control, he takes care of you. He will help you. He'll guide you. He'll tell you exactly what you need to pour into. You may have to pour into one cup more than you need to pour into another cup. And that's just how it's going to be. And you can even ask him, what should I do in this season? What do you need me to steward over in this season? What do you need me to do in this season of my life? Do I need to be fasting more? Do I need to be, helping a lot more in this ministry that I'm in? Like, what do you want me to do within this ministry? Like, ask him, and he says that he will answer us when we call upon his name. So call upon his name and he will help you. We really limit God to where he can help us in, because he can help us in our work life, even in our school life even, but we really limit him to maybe only the church. But he can help us in so many ways. Now for step 3, honestly, give yourself a break. Give yourself a break. Okay, God himself, he rested on the 7th day. Let's even go to the verse. So we find this in Genesis 2 verse 2-3. On the 7th day, God had finished his work of creation, so he rested from all his work. And God blessed the 7th day and declared it holy, because it was the day when he rested from all his work of creation. Amen. Sometimes we get so occupied and busy that we forget to take care of ourselves. We forget to take time for ourselves. We forget to rest. We even forget sometimes to treat ourselves. Sometimes as human beings, we try to overwork ourselves. We try to earn and do this and stuff like that, but God has all these blessings for us. God gave us the opportunity to rest in him. He himself rested. If we want to become more like Jesus, we have to understand that rest is a part of being like Jesus, and taking a break is needed. So if you need to take care of yourself, go and take care of yourself. If your well-being is not okay, how can you go out and preach the good news to other people if you yourself are not okay? Or even not even preaching the good news, but how can you work in a hospital as a doctor and you yourself, you're not okay? Your well-being is not okay. Your physical well-being is not okay. Your mental well-being is not okay because your mind is all over the place. You haven't sat down to refocus. Take a break. You need rest. Treat yourself. Get some good food. Some of us, we don't even be eating right because of how much we overwork ourselves. Maybe we're eating at 11 p.m. some ridiculous meal that you're not supposed to be eating at 11 p.m. Like, it's all this stuff, and a lot of this stuff factors into our health and our mental, and could even go into our spiritual well-being if we are not careful. So what do we learn from all of this? Take care of yourself. Step 3 is all about taking care of yourself, because if you yourself are not well, how can you go ahead and do God's work? If you yourself are not well, how can you go and work at the hospital? How can you work at the train station? How can you do this or that? It's all a matter of taking care of yourself and your well-being, and taking that break. You need it. If you want, treat yourself, have some fun. Me, I like to take pictures, and that's something that makes me happy. That is something I look forward to doing as a break, and also a thing that I like to do to treat myself because it's fun. So sometimes you taking a break means go to sleep, because some of us, we won't even take a break in the sense that we will work all day, right? And then at night we're on the phone with our friends, or at night we're going out with friends, and then there's no time where you're sleeping or even taking care of your health. Sleeping right, eating right, hygiene, self-care is very important. Skincare, all of that, it's all very important because it factors into how you will present yourself in life and how you will be able to even do the things that you're overworking yourself about in the first place. You won't be able to function properly if you yourself, your well-being, your physical well-being is not okay. Okay, so I need you guys to understand that. I need you to take that break. I need you to ask God, what do I need to do? Open up your heart. Open up your heart so you can receive the rest that God can give, that God is freely giving to us, because we find rest in Jesus. It's just a matter of you yielding, giving up everything that's bothering you, everything that's burdening you, everything that you're overthinking about, everything you're overworking yourself. Just give it to God. He will position you in a place where you need to be in this season and in this time. You're not missing out, and you are already approved by him. again. You don't earn his approval. His word says in Ephesians 2 verse 8 that it is by grace that we have been saved through faith and not ourselves. It is not us. God doesn't bless us on our own merit. He doesn't. He graces us because that's out of his love. That's who he is. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helps. I hope you take a break. You need rest, sis. You need rest, bro. I need you to go and just refocus, reposition yourself, and take a break. Treat yourself. Treat yourself, okay? If God himself rested, why can't you rest? Huh? Go and rest. Take a break, okay? Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and share. Sharing really helps me out, so make sure you guys share with all of your friends, your mom, your dad, your dad's chickens, brothers, cousin, everyone. Please share the video. Thank you. I love you guys so much. God bless you. Mwah.